Hi friends, I wanted to share with you some of my top tips for just de-stressing during general life, but especially this super stressful and intense time, particularly for A2s. So first things first, my biggest top tip for de-stressing is to just write everything down that's stressing you out. It doesn't solve anything, it doesn't progress you in any way, but my head is constantly in this sort of all over the place and I'll constantly get new thoughts of what I need to be doing, what else is stressing me out. Like in bed, more things will come into my mind. Oh wait, I've got to do that. Oh, I forgot about that. The deadline for that's tomorrow, etc, etc. And if it's all in your head, it feels a lot more expansive. And even if you write it down and it's like 5 pages of things you need to do, it's down and it's not something that you're just juggling as well as having to do the things. You don't want to be having to think about them as well. So just write everything down that you need to do. And then prioritize from there. Another way to sort of clean things up is literally clean. And I know that probably cleaning for a lot of people is their idea of hell, and you don't want to be like, I'm gonna de-stress and look after myself, therefore I'm gonna tidy, which is something I hate doing. What I mean is, if you've got a messy space, messy files, messy notes, it's just gonna add to your stress levels. Even if it could be considered a form of procrastination, just take some time to just sort everything, especially if you're an A1 student, because then you'll know that next year as well all your stuff is already stocked up and you can go from there. So that's a really useful thing, I think. Take the time to do this for yourself, and take the time to care for yourself as well, like whether that's sleeping, like get enough sleep. Like not sleeping can really add to you feeling stressed or anxious or whatever, and it's just generally good for you in terms of working as well. Pamper yourself if you want, like whatever you need to do to make yourself feel kind of in touch with yourself and like human and like nicely looked after, do it, because you are human and you're not just a working robot, and we do get stressed, most of us, so yeah. Also start early in the day if you're working, because then you haven't got something hanging over you. Like I feel like when we have something that's stressing us out, we just delay it more. Some of us, not everyone, but start at the beginning of the day or get the things on your list done earlier on, and it will just help you out, even though it's kind of gross and disgusting to do them. To get them done is a good thing. And along with that, like, do the sort of things that you personally like. I feel like it's really hard to find the time in this sort of period to take the time to do stuff that you enjoy, because you feel like you need to be spending every moment revising, or you try and do that and then you just end up staring into space for 5 hours. Whatever it might be, I feel like a lot of people kind of tell themselves that they don't have time to do those things, and you should give yourself the time, because then you can focus more when you're revising and also not want to die. So yeah, do things that you personally like, whether that's like leisure activities or exercise. Exercise is super important for just like releasing, and it's just so good for your mentality, and you obviously the physical side is beneficial as well, but in terms of de-stressing, it's really useful. So like for me, I really love to dance, and even if you're not someone who, even if you like wouldn't consider yourself a dancer, to just put on some loud music and just like dance around like crazy is actually potentially beneficial, because you can just sort of like release and not care about anything and just sort of enjoy yourself, even if it's for 5 minutes, like in the break between working, like just to have that sort of mess around and release, and just, I don't know, I guess it's a like more socially acceptable alternative to going into a dark room and screaming. You know, you're just sort of like shaking and yeah. So I think that's everything, but if you have any other ideas, let me know, because this is like a share space for everyone and not for me to be like, this is what you should be doing. So yeah, plus I need help as well, like a lot, so yes. Okay, bye.
Thanks for watching the video. As always, don't forget to subscribe if you liked it. We've got a link there for you to check out the free trial. You should try it. There is a recommended video specifically for you, plus a toolkit video. And if you don't already know, the Tailored Toolkit is our free content initiative to show a bit of extracurricular examples that help strengthen understanding without always reading from the spec.